Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing things a little bit different today. So for Christmas, I almost said my birthday. For Christmas, Fernando bought me all this recording gear and this cool stuff, like my own little home studio. And
very high tech, as you can see with my
this isn't a part of it. This is just his little...
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, but he bought me this nice mic and all this stuff. So anyway, shout out to my man for doing that. So yeah, we're doing like a podcast style video today.
Yeah.
So thank you for guest starring on my
Hey guys
show.
So we wanted to talk a little bit about New Year's is coming up in a couple of days. What's today? The
29th.
The 29th, yeah. Wow, so New Year's is around the corner, and we were actually, Faith, you shared something with me earlier today on Instagram, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did this little post. I'll put it right here so you guys can see. So it's just like my events from the past 9 years, or the past 9 years, and the things that you did, like just looking back at it. So yeah, we're just gonna go through what our last 9 years looked like, and maybe we can talk about some things we learned. Or
man, I can't believe it's gone by that quick.
I know.
We were just talking about that on the truck. We went out earlier, crazy. And we were just thinking oh my goodness, 2020 is around the corner, and
it's here.
It's here. So yeah, that's crazy. So actually, what she shared with me earlier starts in 2010, and so in the last 9 years, a lot of things have happened in our life, and a lot of changes. I mean, radical changes in our life. In 2010, it was my second year at CFNI. Where were you in 2010?
I had just moved to Dallas and was finishing I just finished a semester of school there. So it is 10 years. I just added it.
Oh, yeah, right.
2010 to
2020. Not 9 years, 10 years. Oh, my goodness. We love math. So 2010, that was my second year at CFNI. CFNI is Christ for the Nations Institute, a small Bible college in Dallas, Texas. That's actually where we met.
Mm-hmm. I moved to Dallas from South Carolina, which is where my family all live. And then he moved there from New Mexico. So we met. Or did you move? No, you moved there from Denver, actually.
Yeah, I was living in Denver, Colorado with my dad, and I moved down to Dallas from there.
Yeah. So, and that's where we met. He was going to the Spanish school side, and I was going to the English side, and we met at work. Shout out to Benny Hinn.
What up, Benny?
We used to work at this call center. It was for Benny Hinn Ministries. And
those are good years. So 2010, and then 2011, I graduated from the program there. It was a 3-year program, and I graduated in 2011, and that's when I met you in 2010, and then we started dating in 2011. Yeah,
so we were let's see, we met in December of 2009. Actually, I don't even know if we met, but that's when we knew about each other.
Yeah.
December of 2009.
I want to say that I saw you serving one time in one of the services.
Oh, I was an
because
usher.
you were helping out with the buckets. I remember you were right. Is it
Yeah. And you know what? Funny story about that. One time when I was serving, so our school's 1,200 students. Is small for a school. Anyway, my jeans were ripped in the seam of my pants, and I was walking down the middle aisle, and
sinner.
I don't know how many people saw my booty, but yep.
Well, I didn't see that. That's how I fell in love.
And that's why.
Anyways. So 2000.
Yeah, so 2010 we met.
2010
we became friends, and we were pretty much dating. I mean, but he asked me to be his girlfriend in, what's the date? You don't even know. Tell me the date.
There's just so many dates in my mind. It's just one of those things where the date was March 2011.
March 19th, 2011.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, he drove down with me and my sister Priscilla on spring break from Dallas all the way to Little Mountain Rest, South Carolina. Met my dad.
Yeah. I had called him before. I told him that.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm thinking about...
this is just dating. Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking about the proposal.
Yeah. So what did you do? You chopped firewood with my dad. You made potato guns.
I did everything I was supposed to do to connect with the dad. And but the mom, I connected with her quick, and she loved me, and I loved her. And shout out to Renee. Thank you.
So, 2011 was
2011,
fun.
yeah, and then 2000...
You graduated.
I graduated.
Moved off campus.
I moved off campus, and that next year I started working for the school, and I first started working as a... it was called the as a marketing admin. It's just so crazy because... I see I've always been administrative, but I guess I needed a job that would pull that out of me.
Yeah, exactly.
And I became basically the administrator for the marketing department of our school. So all the graphic designers, all the videographers, all the photographers, I helped make sure that everybody was doing their job.
And I was the worship director for Youth for the Nations, the summer camp at CFNI, which I loved. I worked with the most amazing
some of
people.
The best people, and we're still friends with some.
Yeah. It was such a fun job. We would lead worship for teenagers in the summer. We had 1,000 teenagers come every week, and for 4 weeks.
Yeah, during the summer. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was an awesome job. And then the summer of 2011, Fernando came on staff, or you shadowed that summer, and then joined, switched positions and became the assistant director for Youth for the Nations in that fall.
Man, it was such a crazy time. Shout out to Marcus Dunham, a good friend of ours.
Wait, this wasn't 2011.
No, I think it was 2012.
Yes.
Yeah, 2012.
We skipped ahead.
Marcus Dunham came to my office one day, and he just talked to me about the possibility of taking over his position. And I was just blown away that he would even think that much of me. And really, the Lord put it also in the heart of the director of Youth for the Nations. His name is J.C. Jennings, Pastor J.C. Jennings. And we just connected, and we sat down, we talked, and I said, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So that actually happened in 2012. So I graduated in the fall of 2012. Mm-hmm. He started shadowing that summer. I was still leading worship for them. And he shadowed, then joined fall of 2012, which is when he also proposed to me.
Yeah, man, yeah, because I knew I was getting that job, so I was like, hey, I got to pull the trigger right now. That's the only reason why.
So August 8th of 2012, you proposed.
I proposed, and then so that fall I started working for the program. And we started...
And then we got married on April 1st of 2013.
2013, yeah. Now, the whole year was just busy for us, but 2012, 2013 was like a blur to me. Mm-hmm. But I got to serve one summer as the assistant director, and it's probably one of the best summers of my life, really.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
The whole program is amazing. It's still going on. It's one of the largest spirit-filled camps in the U.S., and they have great leadership right now, and they're still killing it. Mm-hmm. Youth for the Nations, check it out, Google it. So that's 2013, and then in 2014, we got a call from Santa Barbara, California.
The city itself called us.
Took up the phone, unbelievable. Called us. In 2014, we got a call from a church in Santa Barbara, California, New Life Church. The associate pastor's wife was helping look for a youth pastor / worship lead for the church. They were looking for a youth pastor that could also sing. And so she hit up Pastor J.C. Jennings, who was over, he was doing a lot of youth stuff and camp stuff. And so she said, hey, you must know some youth pastors that can help. And so he contacted me, and at that time I had transitioned out of Youth for the Nations, and I actually wasn't actually working. I had picked up photography.
Yeah.
I was working. I was doing photography and traveling and speaking. And he just hit me up and he said, Fernando, do you know anybody who can, if you know anybody who would want to go to California to take up this job, it's a part-time job. And I didn't really think much of it. And to make a long story short, I kind of put it aside until it popped up again in conversation. And I called them. We connected with the pastor. They flew out to Dallas because they were going to go there anyways for a convention they were having that year. And we hit it off with the pastors. And we just fell in love with the pastors, their families. It was just a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
And
so this was 2014. And we moved out, let's see, so we met them in May. We moved out in August
of 2014. It was a crazy time. We just felt so much peace though that was what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
So we packed up all of our stuff, which was a small apartment. We didn't have much. We were newlyweds, and we loaded up another car that we had and we pulled it across the country. We left my car in the state of New Mexico with my sister, and we just drove a big old U-Haul all the way. Our car towing our car in the back. Man, you remember that trip? Mm-hmm. Man, we
33 hours.
33 hours. We were so excited, nervous, tired. When we got here like at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m, something crazy like that.
It's hard to think, or it's weird to think that when we moved to California, we didn't have any kids. I'm like, what did we do?
Not a lot of stuff either.
Yeah.
No money. We were broke as a joke.
Broke is a joke.
But that was in 2014. So as we were going through the years, 2014, we got here, and the city, the church, the people embraced us. I mean, man, we should probably do another video on hospitality and how much we've learned from this church.
Yeah, so
cool. 2014, 2015, we were just learning.
Oh man, we were just like healing and learning and growing.
Man,
and
it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot to like process for us because it was like a huge life change. I mean,
away from family and friends. Yeah.
So that
and to be honest, we were a little depressed. I mean, that first year.
It was a really hard year.
That was a hard year, but it was a learning year for us. 2015, in 2016, actually at the end of 2015. 2015. 2016 comes around, and
we find out we're pregnant with Zeal Bobby. Yeah,
that was crazy. Oh my
February
goodness.
15th.
February 15th.
We found out we were pregnant, and
Zeal was born on October
6th. Did you know?
I was gonna say 16, but I was like, wait. October 6th, 2016.
Yeah, and of course that year is just
that was a
the
high.
most exciting time of our lives. Yeah,
2016. I mean,
that was and then 2017.
That was another.
Literally us just on cloud 9.
Still, yeah.
Just excited to have a baby, and we were like obsessed. Oh my gosh, so excited. I remember every morning we would wake up so early, and we would just lay in bed, and we would set Zeal, like stand Zeal on us, on our bellies, and we would just look at him and talk to him. I mean, we did this every single morning. It's pretty cute.
Yeah. That was a high. And then 17, 18, was it 17 that we had our first counseling session?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
17.
That was when I like confessed to Fernando my like deep depression. Like I was just so depressed that fall of 2017, which I guess you can have postpartum depression even later, because it was after around when he turned 1 that I just felt extremely depressed, and I just had no drive. All I wanted to do was sleep and cry, and it's like I was useless.
That was a hard year too, even for me, because actually not as hard as what she was going through, but for me it was a wake-up call, because I know that Faithy was having a hard time, but I didn't realize how deep it was. And we were so blessed that our pastors and our denomination take care of their pastors so well. And that year we were it was our turn to go have a family counseling session with an excellent counselor that our denomination provides, named Robbie Booth, and that was life changing for both of us.
Yeah.
And,
so
so get counseling, guys. It's not a bad thing.
We got counseling in, I think it was November or December, and we did like 18 hours in 2 days.
Oh my goodness!
It was crazy. But anyway, it like totally like changed my life, and it was exactly what I needed and what we needed. We needed to process a lot of stuff, and it was incredible. And then go into 2018, an amazing year. So we found out we were pregnant with little Ivy Rain, which we were so excited about. And then we also took our trip in the fall to Hawaii.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. That was a trip, man. We loved it so much. We loved Hawaii. We want to go back soon.
Bad, yeah.
That was magical.
It was magical. It was
with
so much
Zio
fun.
Little. Oh,
and
my
I
goodness.
was like, how pregnant was I? 6 months? 5?
Okay, shout out to Faithy. We went out hiking to go see this waterfall, and Faithy was a trooper, man. She went up there with both babies, basically. I had Zio on my back, and Faithy had the baby still in her belly. That was beautiful, though. It was awesome.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, we loved it. And then Ivy came in January of 2019.
This year.
And this year's just been bliss for us also with Ivy. And
oh my gosh.
And the reason why we're recounting these memories, and obviously there's so many more, and I'm sure that you have so many more too in the past 9 years, 10 years. But we just wanted to just look back and really, I guess, be thankful, and we're grateful for what we've been through. And Carl Lentz said this a long time ago in one of his sermons. A long time ago, he said, "I might not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be."
Yeah.
And man, that always resonates in my heart.
I know. I was telling Fernando, it's crazy to like look at the last 10 years like on one page and just see like milestones or whatever things that happened in each year, because you like, at least for me, I always think like I'm not doing anything with my life, like I have no accomplishments or I have nothing to show for my life. But when you look at it on a page, it's like, no, like look at all of these amazing things that happened and that we did. It's just cool. Well, we just want to share with you guys. I think take a moment before the year is done and take a pause and look at all the things that God has done in your life and all the things and just reflect on all the things that you'll never know that he did in your life. You know, there's a lot of things that we'll never know that God protected us from or saved us from. Be thankful for all the things that he has done, right? I mean, that's the whole point. So, we're blessed. Glow up.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little bit longer than your normal videos, but
that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed and that you will subscribe and join my little family here on YouTube. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye, guys.